There are 2 days that define a person's life: the day you were born and the day you discover why. Most people live their entire existence chasing answers outside, forgetting that the truth was always within them. When you finally realize why you were born, the noise of the world fades away. The opinions, the doubts, the fears, they all lose their power. Never waste your energy arguing with foolish people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Walk away from arguments that steal your peace. Silence is often the loudest answer you can give. If you tell the truth, you never have to remember anything. Truth doesn't need rehearsals. It doesn't need makeup. It simply is. But remember, truth must be served like a coat, gently placed on someone's shoulders, not thrown in their face like a wet towel. Live your life in such a way that even the undertaker feels sorry when you're gone. We all have a light side and a dark side. Every human being is a moon that hides part of itself from the world. And when the end comes, there are only 2 regrets left: that we loved too little and traveled too little. Stay away from those who belittle your dreams. Small minds always do that. The truly great souls make you feel that you too can become great. A man will do many things to be loved, but he'll do almost anything to be envied, and that's where misery begins. Every wrinkle on your face tells the story of a smile. Time doesn't take away your beauty, it simply changes its shape. If you pick up a starving dog, feed him and give him comfort, he will never bite you. That's the difference between a dog and a man. I'm an old man, and I've known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. Fear lives in the imagination. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's mastery over it. It's looking fear in the eye and saying, "You don't control me anymore." Kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. You don't need to shout to make a difference. Sometimes a quiet act of love echoes louder than 1,000 speeches. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and success will follow. Because too often, overthinking kills more dreams than failure ever will. The man who doesn't read has no advantage over the one who can't. Knowledge isn't power until it's used. Wisdom isn't what you know, it's what you apply. Forgiveness is the fragrance the violet leaves on the heel that crushed it. It's not weakness, it's strength of a higher kind. When you forgive, you free yourself from chains invisible to others, but heavy to your soul. A banker will lend you his umbrella when the sun is shining and ask for it back the moment it begins to rain. That's human nature, but don't let it make you bitter. Let it make you wiser. The fear of death comes from the fear of not having lived. A man who truly lives is never afraid to die, because death is not the end. It's the closing of a beautiful book, one that was worth reading to the very last page. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to share it with. Love doubles every joy and halves every sorrow. Anger is an acid that does more harm to the vessel that stores it than to anything it's poured upon. Let it go. Forgive quickly. Your peace is more valuable than your pride. The human race has only one truly effective weapon: laughter. It disarms anger, dissolves fear, and connects us in ways nothing else can. When you learn to laugh at life, you stop being its victim. When I was 14, I thought my father knew nothing. By 21, I was amazed how much he had learned in 7 years. Perspective grows with time, and humility is its first lesson. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning, and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. In other words, face the hardest thing first, and the rest will feel lighter. Never argue with a fool. To bystanders, it might be impossible to tell who's who. Save your breath. Peace is priceless. When I was younger, I could remember anything, whether it happened or not. But now, memory fades, and I realize that forgetting is also a gift. It makes room for new beginnings. Noise proves nothing. Often, a hen that lays an egg cackles as if she had laid an asteroid. Let your work speak for itself. True greatness doesn't need to announce itself. Do something every day that you don't want to do. That's the golden rule of discipline. It builds the habit of doing your duty without pain. Discipline is the art of keeping your promises to yourself. Honesty is the best of all lost arts. We live in a world that celebrates appearance more than truth. But remember, integrity will always outlast popularity. Be careful when reading health books. You might die of a misprint. Question everything, even what you hear from me. Think for yourself. Loyalty to your country and always. Loyalty to your government, only when it deserves it. Freedom means having the courage to think independently, even when it's unpopular. Buy land. They're not making it anymore. It's not just about property. It's about vision. Invest in what lasts. A person with a new idea is a fool until the idea succeeds. Innovation begins with ridicule and ends with applause. Don't fear being misunderstood. Fear being ordinary. The lack of money is the root of all evil. But remember, money only amplifies what's already inside you. A kind heart becomes generous. A cruel one becomes dangerous. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I've done it thousands of times. Change only begins when the mind decides, not when the mouth declares. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign you're getting old. Time humbles us all, but it also refines us. There's beauty in growing older if you do it with grace. In the end, life isn't about avoiding pain. It's about finding meaning through it. The measure of a person is not how much they've lived, but how deeply. You will meet people who doubt you, criticize you, envy you. Let them. Their opinions are not your reality. Keep building. Keep believing. Keep moving. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't exist. Start where you are, with what you have, and do what you can. And when the road gets hard, remember, every step you take toward your purpose is one step away from regret. Don't chase validation, chase growth. Don't seek applause, seek peace. Because one day you will wake up and realize that the only opinion that ever truly mattered was the one you held about yourself. So live fully, love deeply, forgive quickly, laugh often. And when your time comes, may even the undertaker be sorry. And if this message touched something inside you, don't just keep it, pass it on. Because wisdom only matters when it's shared. Somewhere, someone needs this reminder that it's never too late to live with purpose, to love without fear, and to laugh like it's the first time again.